I just got another Samsung 6300 BTU air conditioner. This one is in better shape than the other one was when I got it. I think the person who I got this from told me that they only used it like once or twice. One for like 1 or 2 seasons. So, and this one did come with the remote. $6,300 BTU, 590 watts, and 5.4 amps with an energy efficiency rating of 10.7. This is going to have a Samsung rotary compressor, which you really can't see much of yet. Here's the condenser coil. A few dings in it, but it's not as bad as the other one was when I first got it. So I'll be able to straighten all that out with a screwdriver and a fin comb. Side panels look like they're in good shape, which is nice. And this one has a higher fan motor in it, which is interesting. Thought it would be one of those GMO motors. A little bit of dirt in the bottom, but I don't think there's much rust at all. So condenser looks to be pretty clean. I know you can probably not barely see that, but I can see light through it, so it can't be that bad. But I'm still going to take it apart and clean it. Let's see what the filter is looking like. Come on. Don't need to break it. That was kind of a pain to get off of there for some reason, but yeah, there's a little dust on the filter, but check out the evaporator coil. It's very clean, so that's good. Alright, I got it plugged in. Let's test out the fan. Make sure that's working good. Yep. Actually getting really good airflow through the condenser. Let's go to medium. That's low actually. Nice and quiet. There's medium. And high. Bearings seem nice and free. The fan blade is still spinning. So yeah, I think the only real difference between this one and that other 6300 that I got last fall is the fan motor. This one, like I said, is a higher fan motor, and the other one has a GMO fan motor in it. I'm going to start it up again. I'm going to turn the temperature all the way down. It's in the 60s out here, so maybe it'll start. If it doesn't, then I'll just take the cover off and hold on to the temperature sensor. Okay, I'm going to let the compressor delay time out. I think these have like a 3-minute delay after you plug them in, so I'm going to wait a little bit and I'll try starting it up. Okay, I think it's been 3 minutes. Let's see if we can get the compressor to start now. Alright, I'm going to pull the front cover off again, hold on to the temperature sensor, and then maybe it will start. Well, it started. Sounds pretty healthy. And it's starting to get cold. Alright. I am going to take this apart and clean it out. This is not a slide out unit, so you have to take the cover off of it. This front cover will have to come off. I don't remember if there's any screws holding it on. Oh yeah, there's one right there. So there's at least one screw holding the front cover on, and then the rest of it is just clips. And these side panels have to come off. Those unscrew. This top bar may have to come off. Not exactly sure though. And then there's screws going around the unit. On this side too. And then there's a couple screws on the back that have to come off. I got all the screws out. This bar does not have to come off completely, but there are a couple screws over here that do have to come out. But yeah, now the cover is loose because I got all the screws out. Alright, got the cover off. There is the Samsung compressor. And yeah, it's a little dirty in the bottom, but it's really not that bad. Like usually these would be a lot worse at this point, but the person said this was used lately, and I do believe that. And like I was saying, the condenser coil really isn't all that dirty. So yeah, this cover right here comes off, so you can get down in there with the hose. It just clips on right there. So let me get that off of there. These clips are being very difficult. I cannot get them out, so gotta figure something out with that. Finally got that cover off, so now we can get down in there with the hose. I'm gonna take this over to the grass and start washing it. Got it all cleaned out. Condenser is looking great. And the bottom is a whole lot cleaner too. Washed off the evaporator coil even though it didn't really need it. And yeah, there's some discoloration, but other than that, it's very clean in here. So I'm happy with that. I just washed the filter, so that's good to go. Runs real smooth. I think this one is set up a little bit differently inside, because I don't think the other one has this, I mean it had a flap that opens up, but it didn't have these clips on it like this one does, so slightly different. It is now all put back together, so I'm going to take it in the basement and straighten out the fins and run it. Got it down here in the basement so we can test it with the kilowatt meter. And like I said, it's pretty much the same thing as this one. This is the other 6300 BTU. And of course then I also have the 10,200 BTU Samsung, which is a slide out unit, and it's basically just a bigger version of these, except these are not slide out. Now let's see if the remote works. I know there probably aren't any batteries in it. Come on. Okay, the batteries in here are dead, and it looks like they've been leaking a little bit, so I'm gonna have to put new batteries in this. I'm sure it'll work after that. I just put new batteries in it. Let's try it out. Yep, it works. I bet this remote would also work for those GE Samsung air conditioners. Turn this off so we don't have any background noise. And let's start it up. That's high fan speed. Got 0.69 amps and 82 watts. see what the power factor is. 0.99. There's low. 0.59 amps, 68 watts. Let's go to medium. 0.64 amps and 75 watts. And let's see if we can get the compressor to start. I think we need the heater to help us out here. I'm gonna let that warm up a little bit and then we'll try and start the compressor. Alright, here goes. Sounds just like the other Samsung compressors that I have. At 3.37 amps and 362 watts. Alright. Just let it run for a while. And I'm going to straighten out the fins on the condenser coil while it's running. Condenser is looking a lot better. As usual, it's not perfect, but doesn't have any flattened parts like it did before. And it's been running the whole time I did that, so it's blowing ice cold air. We are at 490 watts and 4.37 amps. And that's on low speed. Let's go to medium. We're now at 500 watts, 4.41 amps. We'll go to high. 4.45 amps and 500 watts. Looks like that's where it's going to stay on high speed. 4.37 amps and 495 watts. Let's check the power factor one more time. I'm going to turn this heater off and see how long the compressor runs. That's what it's at right now on low without the heater in front of it. 488 watts and 4.32 amps. I want to see if this remote works on this GE. Yep, sure does. So that one's all ready to go. And the only thing I need for this other one is a new side panel for this side, just because it's ripped and I'd like to replace that. But other than that, this one's all good to go as well. Medium without the heater. And high speed. Okay. Turn this one off. I'm going to start up the other one just to compare the two briefly. Alright, let's try again. There it goes. That vibrating is coming from the outer grate on that air conditioner.